Hello YouTube. Boy, I have really got to fix my car. That's starting to sound bad. That's the lower control arms. I got them. I just ain't put them on yet. I've actually had them for quite a while, but the way they kept me from doing it. But that wasn't what I was starting this video about anyway. I just figured I'd start rambling while I'm heading home after going to get something to eat. Doing a little shopping after I got my check cash today because it's today's payday. One thing that I do want to say is last night, well, really in a way, 2 days in a row, although day before yesterday, working on the wiring harness for a little bit. Took like what I thought was a 5-minute break. Apparently ended up being a 3-hour nap. So I didn't get much done on the wiring harness, but I'm almost completely done with the wiring harness. I'm at the stage right now where I actually need to take it and put it on the motor so I can see what I'm going to lengthen and what I'm going to shorten. Because I'm going to try to put the computer inside the cab. So I get to do the wiring a little bit different. And there is some things that I am going to do different than what I've seen everybody else do, because some of the wiring won't have to go outside the cab, but it can actually stay in, so those wires can actually be shortened, and then I just decide which one needs to go out. Right now, I believe I got everything removed except for the sensor ones I need. And there's a few. There was actually one that I didn't realize I forgot to remove, which is good because I was going through all these wires one at a time. Remaining one was towards the transmission lines that I needed to remove. So that was, oh man, what a task. My back was killing me by the time I got done from just sitting there and going through it little by little, but I was able to go through it one by one, and then I went through each one of the sensors to relocate it and check, see, because I do have, I think 2 or 3 that the labels that I had put on there have fallen off. I don't know if it's because of loosening the wires that it got loose, or it could have been one of those that I overlooked putting one on. I do know underneath my truck I do have a few labels that's under the hood, or was under the hood, until I cleaned it up, and I figured it was just something that I messed up on, because I did mess up on a couple of them. I was labeling the ends, or well, I was making labels for the ends where it actually connects to the plugs, and my label maker ran out of tape, so I didn't get that part complete. But today I went ahead, got some tape and that I can write on, so I can also use it for other stuff. So it's painter's tape. The only reason I didn't get the label maker is because the store that I know that they sell that brand did not have my brand. They have a newer model, I guess. And I do know I can order the tape online, so that's what I'm going to end up doing, is just ordering that online. But I probably won't even need it. Mainly, probably if I use it, it'd be stuff that I'm rewiring when I redo the radio, because I am planning on putting another radio in it. The radio I got right now is in it. It's just a little cheap one that don't have CD. All it has is Bluetooth, where I can, well, I don't even know if it's got Bluetooth. It may just be the one that you can plug up the cable to. I believe that's probably what it is, because I mean, that's like a, Lord, I think I paid like $17 on it online. Really good radio, plays good. It has been sitting though for 2 years not being played, so. But I really want to put one like I got in this Volkswagen, which is touchscreen. DVD player, all that. Although if you do hear, which usually I turn the radio off, I'll turn it off. Hear that whistling? That is one of my speakers. I don't know if I need to replace that speaker or if something got wired up, which I know I need to replace it, because every now and then I'll be driving and it'll sound like raindrops popping on the top of it. So I don't know if it's cracked and busted. It is a factory speakers. So I'll probably upgrade all the speakers sooner or later. I'm not going anything loud. I just want it loud enough where I can hear, get rid of the whistling and any of the popping that's going on, so I can figure out what's going on there. But to get that type of radio in that year model, I am going to have to do some major modifications, which I am planning on doing my own custom dash. That's the only thing that I never was happy with the truck. It had that little small top dash with just, you didn't have much you could really do to it. So I am going to customize something. I don't know if I'm going to build it all from scratch or take part of my existing one and part of another one and put it together. I'm still trying to decide on that. Right now, my main goal is just to get the truck running. I am really close now. Wiring is the biggest pain right now. Going through all that. It's pain and fun at the same time. The biggest part, going through all the different parts where it got twisted around, and I got some parts that's kind of tangled up, which is up around the injectors and stuff, which that'll all be able to get untangled and straightened out once I set it on the truck, start plugging things up. Then I'm going to mark every one of them on the plug of where they go. I'm just going to do number, like if it's come out of number 11, it'll have a number 11, so I know what that is. But I will go on the website on ltswap.com to make sure I go by what the order is and what it says it's going to be, and make sure the sensors is actually in the right location. I've been doing that, and when I unplugged it, double, triple, and quadruple checking it. I did make one little boo-boo, but it's not a big boo-boo last night. One of the wires that I was having to take off, I was checking them all up, and then there's one ground that was to it, the black wire that was ground. And I followed down, I found it where the big old junction box, junction section, not box, and I went to clip it. I went to pull that wire out. Well, that wire was still connected, so I just ended up cutting another ground for something else, which is okay. I'm going to bundle them all up, make one common ground. So that section may be going anyway. I'll know exactly how much when I actually put it out there and spread it out. Now, apparently, if my shipment thing is right, according to eBay, my dipstick's supposed to finally be home a day late, which I know it's weird how I do those rambling videos, and it comes that next day or something. But since, like I said, it was not late or lost, it was late. Which I already know it was going to be late. They shipped it late. They're not going to get no 5-star review from me. I do reviews on pretty much every purchase I get. There are a few where it's questionable, and some that disappear before I have a chance to even have it. But usually it's because I got my part of it, but if I wasn't satisfied, I wouldn't do it. I hate to give an unsatisfactory one. There's 2 times where I've did do it, and one I can't even remember what it was. I mean, I've been a member for eBay, I think, since 2011, maybe even sooner before that. And I've had one where I done unsatisfactory and stuff like that, and they came back and asked me to change it. I said, one thing, I'm not going to, and another thing is I don't know how to. There is one where I accidentally hit it. A star short on something I don't think I put down in satisfactory. I let the guy know that, and I don't know how to change it. So the rating has to stay. I need to look in on that. I usually, since it's been years later, I don't do that. If I put it unsatisfactory, it's because I'm unsatisfied. I double check it and everything, make sure nothing happens before I click it. Because sometimes I have, especially on my phone, I click it, and I don't know if it's because I throw my finger or something up. I have seen it take the 5-star and actually wipe it off and make it shorter, so I always double check it. Let's see. 2 other big things that I ordered today. Supposed to come in by next week. I think one is from next week till April the 4th, which is my headers and my starter. 2 of the, well, I'm going to say 2 of the expensive things, although the starter I actually got at a really good price, and even though it's brand new, coming from California, it's under $39. And I'm really surprised, considering the way I do my shopping, when I'm looking for the best price, I'll if I know where I can actually go, drive, pick it up, I'll check theirs first. Then I'll compare it to Amazon, eBay, other websites that I might be able to get it cheaper. I'll even, depending on what the product is, I'll check on secondhand and compare the prices. And of course, on secondhand, you do take a chance that it could be bad. This, I double check, triple check, make sure this is exactly what I needed for my truck. It says it was $39 free shipping. There was one for $38, but it says for a different motor, eBay says it don't fit. I was looking at it, and the bolt patterns are definitely different, so I know it doesn't fit mine. This one does fit. And so I ordered it, and they usually run around 127 and up. I think it was 117 was the newest I found. Yeah, I found them online, coming from California, anywhere that low, just under $39, all the way up to about 70 something. Of course, you can get up to the same thing you could at the parts store. So it's cheaper for me to wait on it than to go get it. I did find some second-hand ones that I could have bought. One that was $20, but I couldn't never tell if it fit my car or my truck engine that I put in. So I didn't buy it. But most of the used ones were advertised more than what I paid for this new one. So it was worth actually getting the newer one. The heads are also new, and they also come from California. Not the same company, I don't think. And I was really shocked, Because the first set I found, which I had saved, was like $117. It was new, never put on, but it had some scratches or dents or something, which something I didn't have to worry about. It might be even $114. Anyway, it's discounted price. This is not a discounted price, and I paid just a little over $90 for it. So I'm really, really happy about that. I've looked to decide. I hope these work. They are the shorties, which I noticed a lot of them is running the shorties instead of longs. I was trying to decide what would be the best to do. Finally, I said, you know, I've come across several of these, and this is actually the same one that, or same type of hitter. Boy, I gotta fix that. That I've looked at on before, and I have it saved at $137. So when I seen it was 90, which I checked to see if I could actually find any that might have been cheaper. Even, whoa, that sun is bright. Cheaper than that. Unfortunately, there wasn't none. I mean, the cheaper would have been secondhand. The only secondhand I found cheap was like $127. I could have drove, picked up in the next state over, I think. I didn't want to drive that far, so it's worth sitting there waiting on these parts, which could be as early as next week, and till about 4 days after the week after that, which will be, if it comes the 4th, that's 3 days after my birthday. So it'd be nice if I could get the parts where I could at least crank the motor before my birthday, but we'll wait and see on that part. Anyway, I'm home. I'm gonna go in, rest. It's getting late. I don't know if I'll get out there and actually try to put all that stuff on my truck today, like the wiring harness and my transmission stick. But if I do, I'll try to do a video on it. Might wait until tomorrow, or would do it this weekend, but they're calling for rain, so it's a hit and miss of what the weekend might be. So until then, I'll see y'all the next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.